Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we got a question in your own words statement from Jack Roberry. And Jack says, the peak performance swing has helped me enjoy golf again. My wife and I spent 2 months on Hilton Head Island in February and March, and I spent many hours watching all the videos. And in parentheses, I have most of them. Okay, well, one of the best ways to learn the PPGS is to watch the videos, read the manuals, understand the language, understand exactly what's happening and what's going on to create a peak performance golf swing. Okay, because as we all know, everybody's over there and we're over here, so you've got to make sure that you know what we're over here talking about and making sure that you don't get the two mixed up. And that's one of the biggest things I see happening in PPGS is basically most people who find in PPGS have learned the rotational swing, and you've got to understand exactly what PPGS is over here so that you can cross the street and get over there and not bring a lot of baggage with you over there. Like one of the biggest things that we hear is that people still don't get the club vertical enough and they're making too much turn. Okay? So Jack goes on to say, the new alignment video, that is the ultimate alignment video, has to be the answer for all the golfers. Simply fabulous. Also, Serge's video on him swinging through all the clubs is an absolute must to watch for golfers at all levels. There's also one there with DJ doing that. I call that running the set. I cannot count the times I have watched this video. Keeping my ball in the fairway has been a definite result, not to mention I am more confident about my game. Ultimately, confidence is what gets you to go out there and play better because you know you're doing something that you can do consistently and hit the ball better. And there's nothing like confidence. Jack goes on to say, smooth, simple, effective, consistent, and painless are only a few of the words to describe the peak performance golf swing. Thank you, Don. Jack Roberry, Chester, Nova Scotia, Canada. Let me read those 5 words again. He has them all capitalized. Smooth, simple, effective, consistent, and painless. Amen. I think we all can add some more of those to that list, but those are really good ones, 5 good ones to start with. What I'd like to talk about in lieu of this is Jack started off by talking about the ultimate alignment video and alignment. So I want to make the learning part of this lesson about the swing basically on using science to prove what Jack said is correct about this alignment. We know that we want to line up parallel left. All right, and what is the reason? Why? Why do we want to do this? Well, in 1960, in the mid to late 50s, the Royal Society of Golf in Great Britain asked, and I believe it was the Royal Society, an engineer by the name of Alistair Cochrane to study the golf swing and see if he can't come up with some definitive answers, proof, to come up with this is the way golf should be played, and base it on science. Why, they said, and again, you could go, and Jack wrote, Alistair Cochrane wrote and published a book called The Search for the Perfect Golf Swing in 1962. And in the introduction to it and everything else, he mentioned these things about being asked by the Royal Society of Golf. And they said the problem that they were seeing was there was too many philosophies, so to speak, coming out. And many of them were not in harmony with each other, and many, in fact, were contradicting each other. So they wanted him to see if he could use science to find and tighten the margins as to what could be a golf swing, and to help more people, so that we didn't let too many things get out there going wild and crazy and get people going in the wrong direction, which could hurt themselves, as we see today with the rotational swing. Back problems, knee problems, elbow, wrist, shoulders. I mean, golfers are dropping like flies from amateurs all the way through the professional ranks and everything in between. So Alistair Cochrane wrote this book. And on the first page of the first chapter, I think he said it all right in a nutshell. And I really think there isn't much farther to go than right there. What are we doing when we play golf? We are using a golf club to hit a golf ball from point A to point B. So the first thing he did is he decided to study what has to happen to make a ball go from point A to point B. And on the first page of the first chapter, the title of the paragraph is, What Happens to Hit a Good Golf Shot? First sentence, a good golf shot is a relatively straight shot. Most golfers through history and even today still say that it's almost impossible to hit a straight shot. Well, I say with PPGS, it is possible. You can do it all day. You can hit it so straight, people can argue, depending on where they stand, did your ball cut, did it draw, or was it dead straight? All right, that's how straight you can hit it. When you're standing at different angles, it's called parallax vision. The flight can appear to change. That's how straight you can hit a golf ball. So, Alistair Cochran said, what has to happen to hit a good golf ball? He said 4 things have to happen. Just 4 things. The ball sitting on the middle of the arrow here. The club has to approach the ball in the aiming line, strike the ball while it's on that line and be squared to it, leave on the line accelerating, and hit the ball solid in a sweet spot while doing the first thing. That's what you've heard me say over and over and over and over again. I call it on, square and solid. He went on to say and ask the question, is there a perfect golf swing in the world as God created it? Most people say, no, you can't, because we're all led to believe, because we're all different sizes and shapes, we can't make the same swing. But yes, we can. Yes, there is a perfect swing. Can we do it? No, but we can come within an eyelash of doing it. So let us define the perfect swing, because that is now telling us how we need to swing, how we need to try to get ourselves to swing this club as close to it as we can, and therefore we'll be, the closer we get to perfect, the more perfectly close we should hit our golf balls every time. The same. The perfect swing is a Ferris wheel. It is on, square and solid forever. And what is a Ferris wheel? Perfectly 90 degrees to the angle, to the ground, angle to the ground. Perfectly vertical, okay? And how did God design our bodies and our arms to swing in terms of using our arms, especially for power, like swinging a golf club? You can swing them up and down in front of the body. Now, naturally, if you're playing baseball and the ball's coming in at an angle, you're swinging more on a tilted plane. But in golf, we don't play golf at a baseball park. We play in a bowling alley. And the more vertical we get, the more the club face opens and closes less. In the catcher's mitt, toe up and up the tree. And in the forward mitt, toe up and up the tree. So we got physics on our side. We got action, reaction on our side. We're playing as close to the laws of physics as we can. And God created our body to respond to those laws. So once you define this and you know on, square and solid, vertical is the only way to play golf, because that's the way God made our arms to most function efficiently, consistently, and be able to hit the ball square every time at impact. So, alignment is the key that allows that to happen. Parallel left square alignment. You can learn about it in the Ultimate Alignment video. And if you don't want to listen to me, listen to Jack Roberry. The new alignment video has to be the answer for all golfers. Simply fabulous. What hits the ball relatively straight? A vertical golf swing, swinging like a Ferris wheel. The body's designed to do that. Alignment is the only way that you can consistently return the club square at impact. So you have to learn and understand what it takes to have perfect alignment so you can make as close to the perfect golf swing as you can, to hit as close as perfect shots as you can. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.